When we thought everything was over, but then it still continues again. We thought everything was over with Trump, but then it still continues again. Please listen to this.
Pretty much locked down that insanity place.
Announcement, I'm doing my first official collection of Donald J. Trump digital trading cards. Or to use the technical term, nifties. Nifties. I call them nifties because they're so neat. They feature incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. For example, when I was an astronaut. Or me riding a big elephant. Trump cards are...
Semi-retired maniac Donald Trump has launched a collection of digital NFT trading cards depicting him in various costumes, including cowboy, superhero, and most unbelievable of all, guy who didn't dodge the draft.
Herschel Walker denied allegations from a second woman that he pushed her to have an abortion, saying, "I'm done with this foolishness," which is also what Walker says when he takes off the condom. The woman claims that Walker drove her to an abortion clinic, then waited in the parking lot for hours until she had the procedure. Not only that, while he was in the parking lot, he got 2 more women pregnant.
I'm honestly just relieved that he's wearing an American military uniform. It's such a funny move to get into NFTs after the whole market just crashed. It's like getting into Kanye now, which Trump also kind of did.
Kanye West has now been dropped by Adidas, The Gap, Balenciaga, and all bar mitzvah playlists. In the wake of Kanye's anti-Semitic comments, Adidas said it will stop making Yeezy shoes. Fans of Yeezy say it's the worst thing to happen to them since any puddle. Bankman-Fried, the former CEO of the cryptocurrency company FTX, was arrested on fraud charges in the Bahamas. I'm going to guess while swimming in a T-shirt. Prosecutors allege that Bankman-Fried took funds from FTX customers to make large political donations. That money will now be used to make sure the cameras outside his jail cell aren't working. Kanye West also abruptly closed Donda Academy, which is a private school that forces parents to sign non-disclosure agreements. Wait, we can do NDAs, said Catholic school priest.
President Biden seen here giving the eulogy at a pimp's funeral. Formally approved new legislation that will guarantee federal protections for same-sex and interracial marriages in a signing ceremony held over my grandpa's dead body.
Is that bad?
No, that's great. Virgin Australia is trying to get people to choose the middle seat by enrolling everyone who sits in those seats a chance to win over $200,000 in prizes. Not to be outdone, Spirit Airlines is offering a free bag of carrots if you sit in the bathroom.
Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who, let's just face it, is absolutely my type, complained that people can buy butt plugs in Target now. She also complained that they melt and are shaped like Santa.
A new study finds that during the pandemic, students' math scores dropped by almost 10%. Wow, so more than half. The world's largest timber-towered suspension bridge has opened in Michigan. For now, said beavers. This week, Biden also hosted leaders of African countries at the White House for the U.S. African Business Forum. Coincidentally, U.S. African Business Forum is what they call Weekend Update in Nigeria.
The key Senate race in Georgia between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker will move on to a runoff in December, but Walker has offered Warnock $500 to just, take care of it, baby. U.S. scientists announced they have reached ignition, which is a nuclear fusion reaction producing more energy than it took to create. And they're hoping this discovery may eventually lead to the remix to ignition.
Rupert Murdoch this week officially turned on Donald Trump. First, the New York Post ran a cover calling Ron DeSantis Ron DeFuture, even though Ron DeFuture sounds more like a drag queen from outer space. Then on Thursday, the Post showed Donald Trump as an egg sitting on a wall with the headline Trumpty Dumpty, which had to be the easiest Photoshop job in history. A new study's found that using screens to stop a child's tantrums can harm their ability to control their emotions. The study is titled Elon Musk. And now Trump is threatening to reveal unflattering information about Ron DeSantis. For example, did you know Ron DeSantis is in charge of a state where some maniac was hiding stolen nuclear secrets?
Republican insiders are concerned that the rivalry between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis could lead to a civil war within the party, which is perfect because they already have the flags. China has launched the third and final module for its permanent space station. Now all they have to do is launch some children to assemble it.
Pat.
So guys, before we go into this, let's talk a little bit on the FTX, right? So the FTX guy was recently released on a bail, I think like $250 million bail. So he was released on a $250 million bail. And while waiting trial, I think he's spending time at his parents' place, and he pleaded not guilty. We thought everything with Trump was over, even though he's going through some cases. But guess me, guys, these people made us laugh like crazy, especially Mikey Chi. Talking about how Joe Biden at the Pim funeral, giving his eulogy and over his dead bodies case. And also they talk about weekend updates in Nigeria, the US African summit that ended. One thing that we can take from that summit is looking at how it went and looking at how it ends. China has the big stand in Africa when it comes to investments and stuff like that, and also African countries are indebted to China like decades. Like China will invest in your country, and let's say you need infrastructures and roads and stuff like that. So they will build that, and if you can pay them, they'll take your seaport for a couple of number of years. So Africa is indebted to China for a very, very long time, and America is trying to grab a piece of the pie, and it's kind of slow a little bit. So it would be nice if America can speed up a little bit, like don't just offer loan, don't just offer aid to to African countries, but also development too. Bringing engineers to African countries and have those engineers work hand in hand with the African engineers and transfer knowledge and also develop the country. Just the same thing they did to China. America made China rich, but development to the country, and the Chinese folks learn, and now they're doing great. If they can do that to African countries, that would be nice. In regards to FTX, since Bitcoin went down, FTX has gone very down too. Now, and with regards to Morgan Taylor Green on Target, I think Target sells sex toys. I think so. If you go online, you can find them. I think if you go online on Target.com, you can find that there. Let me see. Let's see. I think it's there. Let's search and see. Let's see. Takes a long time to search to, man. What is happening? Yeah, so Target serves it. Serves everything you can imagine. So market share was right. And back to African politics. I think doing that will really help. Africa needs a lot. Africa is a developing continent, coming up with youth who are brilliant and entrepreneurialistic, and also have that zeal to learn. Learn to build things. There are a lot of tech cities in Africa. I think Rwanda is one, Cape Town, South Africa is another one, even Kenya, Nairobi too. It's another one. They need that knowledge transfer and that learning. To be honest, they can do great things. Alright, guys, thanks for watching.